Welcome everyone to another episode of Maybe You Should Talk. It is the podcast about nothing and everything. And as always, I am one of your hosts, John Para. And I'm joined, as always, by my brother and co-host,
Jay Barber.
And on today's episode, we're here to wrap it up, man.
Yes, I'm actually excited about this episode, to be honest, man. You know, it's like a episode of reflection, you know, for everything that we've gone through.
It is, man. It's been an interesting season. You know, we started back in July, right?
Yeah.
Sounds about the right time frame, you know? And I think we've learned a lot since the 16 episodes that we've recorded since then. But before we get into that though, man, let's address the elephant in the room here, man, because you got some new gear.
Yeah.
You got some new equipment, man.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. I believe in us. And went out there and invested in us. Bought some Apple electronics.
So you want to hear something funny though, but you had got me a little worried with that initial text message though, because you just randomly text me and said, "Yo, how much do you believe in this podcast?" And I thought
I wanted to test you. I wanted to see.
Well, so I got scared because I thought you were gonna be like, "Yo, because my bad, bro, but I can't do this shit anymore."
You thought I was quitting.
Yeah, I thought you were quitting, man. And so like I was worried when I read that text message and I'm like, yo, man, Jay can't leave. But then you hit me with the response and that just motivated me and propelled me to the next level, which was basically that you had sent me a screenshot that you had purchased the iMac and all this other stuff, man. So that's love.
Yeah, man. Thank you. Yeah.
That's love, man. And we also hung out on Sunday too. We
went
chilled.
to the infamous Rack, formerly known as the Rack.
That's right. It's what, the Jersey Mike Center now?
Yeah, the Jersey Mike Sub Shop.
And for our listeners, we're obviously referring to the arena where the Rutgers Scarlet Knights play out of. So we, Jay and myself, if you haven't caught by now, we are Jersey natives.
Yes.
So we decided to go to a Rutgers game on Sunday. And originally, you wanted to spend more money on these tickets.
I did because, now as an adult and as a professional, I feel like I don't have to sit in the bleachers no more with no back support. But because I'm a friend, and I listen to my brother over here, Mr. Para, Jonathan Para over here, our seats weren't what we expected. Well, what I expected, because I knew. And then when we got there, I was like, damn, this is rough.
In my defense, though, I did not know that past a certain section, it was basically bleachers.
It's bleachers. It's all college sports, bro. All college stadiums.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting us to sit in seats that had no back support.
I mean, the funny part was, besides our seats, was that 2 rows in front of us for maybe $25 more, we could have had a whole seat with back support. Instead, we had a 3-year-old behind us that I don't know why their parents took a 3-year-old to a fucking Division I basketball game.
Yeah,
that sits in the bleacher.
Yeah, can we talk about that for a little bit though, Jay, man? Because I feel like that's taught me a lot about parenting, bro, and it's taught me how I don't want to parent my kids. Yep. And I don't want to make this a race thing, but I've noticed that certain races and certain people, discipline their kids a little bit differently.
Absolutely.
Right? Like if that was you growing up and you were throwing a tantrum to the effect of what this little girl was doing, how would your mom have reacted?
We would have probably been home by halftime. Or a bathroom visit. That's where it goes down.
What does the bathroom visit consist of?
A physical discipline.
With the hands or with the chancla?
In public with the hand.
With the hands, okay.
It's quick. Quick access.
Well, so, it's funny because I'm sitting down and I'm listening, right? And like the kid's throwing a tantrum and, the response to it was kind of a little bit crazy to me because it was sort of like she got off her seat, started walking down.
Yeah, she was playing on the stairs.
Yeah, she was walking down. What? And then it was like, they were like, if you don't come back here, you're going to be in big trouble.
Ooh.
And that, and that little girl just stared at them and kept walking, bro.
No fear.
Mom, no fear, bro. The mom literally had to get up, pick her up, bring her back. And then the dad came in because, the dad's supposed to be the one that, like, once he gets involved, right? Yeah, like, when dad gets involved, that's when as a kid, at least for me growing up, like, you're fucked. And excuse my language. I know we're trying to keep it PG-13 here, but for context purposes, people need to understand. When your dad gets involved as a kid, you're screwed. And the dad comes in and goes, "If you don't stay still and behave, you are not going to finish the rest of your cotton candy."
That was the threat.
That was the threat.
And the little girl's like, because I would have gave you the look.
And the little girl was like, and I don't know if you heard this, but she was like, "I don't even like cotton candy." Like, yo, like, that's wild to me, bro.
That's too much.
That's wild to me, and it just made me realize, Jade, that I think, if my kids, when I have kids, and if I feel like they have to be of an age at least 5 years old, or they have to be like Liam. Because Liam is right when you go to these games?
Yes, but I've also started the process with Liam very early with him. I took him to the stadium for the first time. No lie, this kid was still in diapers, bro. He was like in pull-ups. He was maybe...
Damn, that's early.
Yeah, he was maybe like, I'll be American in this thing, and he'll probably be like 27 months. Because, that's what they do with toddlers. They're not 2 years and 2 months, 27 months or 26 months. And the first thing I did was I took him to a Monster Jam show.
Sounds like fun.
He enjoyed, at that time, he was going through his phase of monster trucks. Like, that was all he watched, bro. It was like Gravedigger, all of them, bro. And he was excited, so he sat through it. He grasped the concept. That was in April. Then later that summer, in August, I took him to a Giants fan fest to get him going. So he was already comfortable in the arena and already knew what time it was. And besides all the football that we watch, even though they're not good, we would still watch it. He kind of grasped the concept. I mean, I've had to bribe him. I had to get the ice cream first, get him to sit, eat the ice cream, which sometimes backfires because the sugar rush kicks in.
Oh, man.
And it's like, what are we doing? Where are we going? Yeah. The tweaking starts like my kid doesn't respond good to sugar, so I try to limit that. And then after that, he kind of got it, man, and he pretty engaged and entertained.
But when he acts up though, or if he acts up,
he doesn't really act up at the stadium. That's the thing, because he's
that's good.
He's so concentrated on what's going on the field or in the arena, like that. He likes it. He just sits and watches it.
It's an interesting concept, man. And again, this is very very taboo thing to talk about, right? Which is basically does disciplining your kids with physical force, is that detrimental or is it beneficial? And I mean, bro, I think it set me straight.
My parents didn't lean too much on the physical, discipline. I was terrified of my dad when I heard his deep tone. That's it. Chin up. Head up, And my mom, honestly, I was a good kid till 18, bro. That's when the downhill started.
Damn, when you were 18,
bro. Literally, like a month after my 18th birthday, I got in trouble with the law. Like, no cap.
Damn. Yeah, was your mom disappointed? Was she like, "Yo, you've been good"? And then it's like all of a sudden.
I mean, it wasn't like I was doing something crazy illegal. I just took out my car without it being registered and having a driver's license, and I got pulled over.
Okay.
Wasn't like, did something crazy. But it was still a level of disappointment when I had to call my mom from West New York Police Department at 1 a.m. in the morning to come get me.
How did your mom react to that?
She took it well compared to all the threats that I had growing up. Like, if you ever go to jail, don't waste your one phone call on me. Like, I'm not going. That was a lie.
Yeah, it's tough, man. You know, I think for me, you know, my dad was definitely, you know, the physical enforcer. So was my mom, though. You know, and I think one time when I was younger, and this is gonna sound more traumatic than what it probably was, but I think I remember one time my dad had bought a brand new filing cabinet, and you know, you're young, you know, and you're using your imagination, so I open the drawer of the brand new filing cabinet and I sit on it, you know? And yeah, basically I'm like, oh, look, it's a choo-choo train. It didn't go forward. I snapped it. I snapped it. And it just so happens that when I snapped it, I was in the line of sight of my father, who heard the sound and saw the drawer bent. And needless to say, it was a done deal for me. Yeah.
But it made you who you are today. It's all part of the journey.
It made me who I am today. That's right. That's right. It's just crazy how the times have changed, where like discipline is totally different now than it was today. You know? Yeah. And again, subjective. Who am I to tell someone how to parent their kids? But if I could give advice,
you can't give advice till you have a kid yet, bro.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I've lost the patience a couple times with my son, you know? Like,
fair. I'm just saying, like, if you're going to threaten your kid, you got to do it in a way where they're, yeah, like, you got to hit them where it hurts, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the iPad, I'll take your iPad away or something like that, you know? Like, something that's going to be impactful. But cotton candy, bro? Come on, fam.
My dad was a diehard Rutgers fan. That man did not want to miss a freaking play or a series, bro. That's what it was.
But they ended up leaving, though.
Yeah, it was too much, bro.
They ended up leaving, and we were there, you know, practically the entire game. And I didn't realize how uncomfortable that stadium becomes when it's packed.
Yeah, bleachers are not dope. That's what I was trying to tell you when we were buying the tickets, bro.
Yeah, I learned the hard way. We learned the hard way. But even, you learned the hard way. You learned the hard way. Fair enough. And we were just at certain points, just to give our backs a break, we were standing up and clapping.
Oh, who's coming in the game? I can't see them. Like,
inbound pass. Yeah, good job.
Yeah, good job. Miss a layup. All right.
That was crucial, man, for us surviving, you know, the rest of the game. And then I remember at halftime, we went out and like there was like no breathing and walking room, bro.
It's a small arena, man. I mean,
yo, it was crazy.
It's old.
Nuts. I tried going to the bathroom and it was basically Mission Impossible, huh?
One bathroom.
Yeah.
One bathroom. That's what I got from that place.
Yeah, pretty much. One bathroom, I think towards the beginning, like towards the entrance of the facility. And that's pretty much it. And I realized when I was walking there, because how long did it take you to grab your 2 beers?
It wasn't that bad, actually. Wasn't that bad.
Okay.
It was a quick line.
You know? Gotcha. And then, you know, I saw how long the bathroom line was, and I was like, nah, fam, I can't do this.
That was at halftime, though.
It was at halftime. Not the best idea.
Universal rule, yeah. Everybody knows
not
that.
The best idea. But, you know, we learned a lot. You know, the getting out of the arena wasn't too bad. And unfortunately, you know, Rutgers did lose.
By one. The Garden State.
Yeah.
What is it called? The Garden State Classic. That's what it's called.
Is that what it's called? Okay, yeah.
Rutgers
they lost
versus
to the Seton Hall Pirates. That's right. And as a former Rutgers alum, I was...
You're not a former Rutgers alum.
You are a Rutgers alum. I am a Rutgers alum. Thank you.
Come on, bro. Are you an alum?
I am an alum,
exactly.
Yes. It's late, Jay. It's late.
Come on.
For the record, I appreciate you calling me out and shit like this, and my coworkers do too, because that comment that I made on episode 15, I believe, about the long distance relationships, I got roasted at work.
Is it still going on? Is it still like active?
Yeah, they still roast me. Yeah.
That's
which I do want to bring that back though, because I forgot to mention one little detail. It did become a long distance relationship because she moved to Florida.
See, now that's different.
Now, yeah, I forgot to mention that detail though. So for context purposes, ladies and
Harlem is not a long distance.
It's not. No, it's not. It's not. So I get shit for that, you know, all the time. But that's part of the progress and, you know, learning this entire thing, man.
The growth.
So
the growth. Yeah, look at that. What did you learn? What did you
I've learned a lot, man. I think one of the biggest takeaways that I've learned from this season is not to bring people on just to bring people on.
Absolutely, 100%.
Yeah, and not that we're trying to shit on anybody, but we learned that sometimes people sound good on paper, and then when you bring them on, it's really difficult to talk to them. So you have to bring value.
Yes,
you have to bring value.
In season 2, being that this is the final episode,
yes, of season one. Yeah,
exactly.
We're not calling it quits, ladies and gentlemen. We're here for the long term.
We're gonna keep fighting.
Yes.
Keep bringing out the content.
Yes. Are you excited for season 2, man?
I am excited for season 2 because I want to take in everything that I learned from all the hiccups in season 1. Make some changes and apply that to season 2. We have some pretty cool, interesting guests lined up for season 2. I'm excited for that. It's gonna bring some I think it's gonna bring some like very deep conversations, and some enlightenment to our peers and our followers and stuff. But I think it's gonna be good. I know it's gonna be good.
That's a good comment there, man, because I don't think we've really opened up from a personal perspective where we really, dove into our characters and really like given the shit that we've been through. So I think it'll be interesting to come on season 2 and really give the listeners that different perspective, But I think another thing that I learned too is, to stay ready so you don't have to get ready. I think that's the phrase.
Stay ready so you always wait.
Is it stay ready so you don't have to be ready?
Something like that, yeah.
All right, it sounds about right.
Yeah, you're close enough.
Sounds about right, because some people don't know this, but we've had one redo episode.
Yeah.
Right, which is not bad in context when you think about how many episodes we recorded. One redo is not bad.
And being like how we started and where we came from, like, I take that. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think sometimes you go into things with an idea, right, that you think it's going to work out in a certain way, and it doesn't. But you learn from that. But fortunately, our guests have been really gracious and very kind. We've also learned to make sure that you confirm.
Absolutely. Confirm and maybe send a reminder ourselves and not leave it up to Google.
Not leave it up to Google or to the people that have extremely busy lives, but we're forgiving people.
Yes, we're very forgiving here at Maybe You Should Talk.
Yes, we definitely are. Has the t-shirt been thrown away? Without giving people, it's still there?
Absolutely not.
Okay.
Still there. I hung it back up in hopes that they would reach out again, and they did. So very happy for that and gracious about that.
Yeah, we're not going to give any spoilers away, but I just had to ask Jay that question because, we went through it for a moment.
Yeah, we did. We were here waiting and waiting and waiting. And we needed to bring back the timer from the One Chip Challenge.
Yeah, that was a pretty long wait, but you were the one thing I will say about you, man, that I respected about that moment was the amount of hope that you had.
It was a big deal for me, man.
You were positive.
Yeah.
You were positive. You were like, 5 minutes went by, you're like, it's all good, 10 minutes passed by. And then I think at the 25-minute mark, you're like, if she's not,
Yeah, they're not coming. They're not coming on.
But it's all good, man. Like you said, they reached out again. They apologized. They want to come on. So, we're working on some big time guests for season 2. We are, working on a new intro, new outro, which you had the pleasure of being in the studio with Kazi, and shout out to our engineer the other day. How was that experience, Jay?
So for people that don't know, Kazi's actually my nephew. And being able to be in a room with him, watching him do something that he's very passionate about, was an experience in itself because I got to see the creative standpoint that how he works and how he operates. And like when he checks in, like the kid is very talented, bro. And he just creates, bro. And I was like, wow, like reflecting on that, I was like, wow, this kid is special, man. And I'm glad that he's part of this. Sorry. glad that he's part of this and that we brought him on. And shout out to Kazi, bro. That's the guy.
He is. No. Not that I wanted to cut you off, but I just wanted to agree with you 1,000% that he is extremely talented. And also, I wanted to give a shout out to the guy who's done our intro for season 1 and will be doing our intro for season 2. So I'm going to shout him out. His name is Antoine McDuffie, super talented rapper. He's the guy that you hear in the intro. We're bringing him back to do the intro for season 2. He's on Fiverr, so if you guys want to book him for whatever it is, whether it's an intro for, if you have a podcast or a show, whatever the case may be, follow him on Instagram. It's Dreamwalker_TWON. Great guy, super talented.
Yes.
Jay, we finally incorporated both of our elements into season 2. We got the intro ready, and I was glad that you liked it. You're a hard fan to please sometimes.
I'm a tough critic. I'll agree to that, because not only am I a critic, but when I become, when I'm part of something, and I see the vision and I see how passionate you are about it, like that fuels me. And I'm a perfectionist to a certain point. So like, I'm gonna be quite honest. If I don't like something and I'm part of it, I'm gonna say I don't like it.
Respect. Respect.
But the dude nailed it. Antoine, right?
Antoine, yep.
He nailed it. He hit it out the park. Shout out to him. Thank you. We appreciate you. But I really like the intro. It shows who JP is. And since he's the founder of this show, it keeps that genuine JP vibe to it.
And I've also, because I've been getting roasted at work. Not that I want to talk about work all the time, but since I've opened up about, myself from, letting people know that I rap, which is something that not a lot of people know, at work now I get roasted and they go, oh shit, it's lost hope. But I want the listeners to know, I want everyone to know that I've adopted a new rap name. Okay. I've adopted a new rap name, and this is inspiration of my boy Jay Barber over here. And my new rap name from 2023, even though it's 2022, this is for the new year. It's going to be JP without the glasses.
Yo.
That is my new rap name, and I think it has a good ring to it, Jay.
It does. It does, man. And that was thought of on the spot because I think it was one day you sent me like one of your samples that you recorded.
Yes.
And, JP's a nice guy, man. But when he raps and puts pen to paper, this guy becomes very aggressive. Like for people that are not familiar with like battle rap, it's like very equivalent to battle rap. And I was like, who is this guy? And then I was like, yo, you definitely didn't have your glasses on when you were spitting this.
What's funny though? But like a couple people at work have wanted me to diss them. They wanted me to like write verses about them. And I'm like, I'm not going to do that.
No, don't do that in the workplace.
Nah, I was like, I'm not going to do that. But it got to the point where it was like they were asking like some of the employees, like, yo, do you rap? Do you rap? Oh, because, HR be talking mad shit. And I'm like, yo, like, this is a career, bro. Like, you can't be, like, you got to take it easy. But, but I was laughing earlier, too, because I recently, was messing around in the studio and I sent you a snippet of something that I recorded. And I'm laughing because you said that was a really aggressive love song.
Yo, yeah.
I didn't think it was that aggressive, though, Jay.
Well, man, I think one of the lines were like, if he comes at you, I'm gonna pop him. And then you threw a gunshot sound in there.
No. I said, and if a guy hating, and then I added a gun cocking sound, there's the gun. But that was it. Everything else I think was pretty romantic, though, for the most part.
I guess to each their own, man. I mean, that's not the message I received. I'm a pretty avid music listener. I kind of know how to digest songs and lyrics. I think it was still a little aggressive. The delivery was a little
aggressive. Okay,
a lot aggressive.
Oh, okay, okay. So should I have toned it down a little bit?
Maybe take the bass out your voice.
The bass out my voice a little bit.
Yeah,
Okay, that's fair. No, listen, this is good feedback. I wanted to convey, ultimately the message that I would do anything for you.
Oh, we got the message. I got the message. I ain't even looking at your wife. I ain't even gonna say hello.
That was it. That was, that's the only thing I was trying to convey. I thought it was quite poetic. So when you said it was an aggressive love song, I thought it was funny.
But I also like summarized it in a nutshell.
You did.
That's the type of texter I am.
You did. No, you were fantastic. And for the record too, and I have to give a shout out to my little brother because he heard it. And that man, in the, I would say maybe 9 years that he's known that I rap and stuff like that, for the first time, Jay, he gave me my props.
There you go.
For the first time.
There you go.
But I had to get it out of him though, because usually he shits on me.
I mean, he's a laid back kind of guy, bro. The aggressive love song is not for him.
He liked it though. He liked it though. He's like, that was pretty good. And if you know my brother, that's really what he sounds like.
That's all he sounds like. Monotoned as fuck all day long. Like,
yeah, love that kid to death, but he definitely is just, he's one of the most monotone kids I think I've ever met.
That boy got no bass in his voice.
Oh, bro. There's there's just yo, he's like a turtle. There's
super
no
laid
reason.
Back.
Yeah.
Kid hasn't stressed anything in life.
Nah, bro. It used to frustrate me in the morning when, I was living back home, just seeing him eat breakfast. That shit was frustrating.
He's slow?
Yeah, just like he leans forward and they just it's just frustrating, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just like
yo, is you even hungry?
Yeah. Like, he would just take a bite and really crunch on the cereal, make sure it was dissolved fully, and then he would look up in the sky and just ponder his life and then take another bite. It's annoying, bro.
Yo, I feel you. I could see that. I could see why that gets.
Yeah, bro. Come on, man. We live in North Jersey, bro. Everything's a rush. We got to get going, boy. Come on.
That's right.
Then
if you don't eat, your food gonna get eaten.
But yeah, man. So this is the season finale, guys, of season 1 of Maybe You Should Talk. So we want to thank everyone that's been tuning in, that's been supporting the channel, the YouTube channel, the podcast. We appreciate you guys. And I think the most beautiful thing, Jane, I know we talk about this, but it's cool the support that we get where people actually hear us and they hear the potential, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, guys. We appreciate you. I appreciate you guys.
We do, for sure. For sure. So when the podcast blows up, Jay, and we finally get that big paycheck, what's the first thing you're buying?
Family trip to Disney.
Damn.
Like I won the Super Bowl.
That's what's up. That's what's up. You're a good man.
I try.
You're a good man. Selfishly, I think I'm buying myself a Jesus piece.
You deserve it, bro.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it.
That's going to turn Lost Hope into JP with no glasses.
And then I might have to delete some episodes because I think I made some promises in the beginning that. Besides you, Jay. Besides you.
No, my text. I deleted that text. Don't worry. It never happened.
I still got you, bro. I still got you, man. If we make it, I got you, bro. That rolly's coming.
We're going to make it.
And I'm gonna get the J Barber logo on it too.
Just get me a Batman one.
I got you, bro. I got you. But all jokes aside, though, no, man. But for, the listeners that have been tuning in, we really appreciate you guys. We appreciate the feedback. We're working hard. We're gonna be taking, as they say in the academic world, the sabbatical. Yeah, that's what they call it, sabbatical. So we shall be coming back in January with some new content, some new intros, some new outros, some good guests,
Yes.
And then my boy Jay got the new equipment, so he's ready to ride, yo.
I'm ready to rock.
The camera, the visual is just looking crisp right now.
Is it really? Can you see the difference?
Yeah, it looks amazing.
Yeah, because it's one of the reasons why I bought it.
It looks amazing.
Should better live up to the hype.
Yeah, no, it looks amazing. Yeah, it looks really good. So,
thanks, man. I'm excited. Very excited.
So we're grinding, man. It's December 16th. It's a Friday. And just to show you guys how dedicated we are right now, it is, what time is it, Jay?
It's 12:18 a.m.
12:18 a.m. Eastern time. You got to work tomorrow. And Friday's one of your busier days at the shop, right?
Absolutely. But
yeah.
Part of this is I enjoy this. So this is really Not that hard for me. Not that difficult.
It's therapeutic.
It is very
It's therapeutic.
therapeutic.
Yeah, I will say
100%.
I've had a pretty interesting day today, and
I'm sure.
yeah, and coming on here has definitely helped me feel a lot better about everything that's going
There
on.
you go. There you
So
go.
you're a good man, Jay. You're a good
welcome.
man. So for everyone tuning in, happy holidays,
Yes.
Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Hanukkah, happy whatever holiday you celebrate on this time, you know.
Happy all of them. Happy holidays.
Yes. And if you don't believe in Christ, happy Xmas. You know, we want to touch everybody. We don't
man.
discriminate or push people away over here, you know?
At all. Not
Jay, any
at all.
closing comments for the people?
Just stay tuned, man. We're working hard for you guys.
All right.
We're going to bring the heat.
And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you as always. Thank you for tuning in. Until season 2, make sure to always, what, Jay? What do they have to do?
Rise up.
They're make sure to rise up. Take it easy, people. Be good. Be safe. Stay healthy. Until next year.
Till next year, guys.
Peace.
Dope conversations, everyday people, learning life lessons, this is what we live for. Maybe perfect strangers, but we cut up like we kinfolk. We all have stories and all our stories should be told.